Hello there everyone, this is Chilliness and I'm a silhouette today. Today we are flying the Piper PA-28 from Narrabri to Armadale. We're doing a very early morning flight. The client today wants their aircraft sorted first thing in the morning. We need to be there before first thing in the morning. PA-28 is a really cool little aircraft, honestly. It's fun to fly, and if you got MSFS 2024 on release, you should have this aircraft for free. However, if you're flying on Flight Sim 2020 or you bought Flight Sim 2024 later, you may have to pay for it.
Hi, it's Rebecca, the hangar supervisor. Thanks for taking care of this ferry flight. Today's task is to fly this PA-28-236 Dakota up to Armadale as soon as possible. The owner had to get his aircraft repaired over there. Now that it's fixed, he needs someone to fly it back to him. His name's David Banks, and he is waiting at the destination to pick it up. Treat this aircraft like a newborn baby. That's it for me. See you.
Trying to access a little red light there seems really hard to get my hands on. Let me just actually flick around the camera. There it is. Yeah, that's pretty good right there. Really should have done this before, but anti-collision lights on, landing lights on. Temperature shouldn't be too cold here, and then I'm just going to do the cheaty, set the pressure there.
Yankee November Bravo Romeo traffic. PA-28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor Quebec, is taxiing to runway tree 6.
Let's release those parking brakes and get on our way. Hopefully, oh, and set flaps. Set flaps. Hello? Can you not see I'm out here, moron? Once we get up in the air, I will also turn off all the pins. And this is the second time we're doing this flight because I accidentally pressed Alt F4 instead of Alt 4. So hopefully this time that does not happen.
Yankee November Bravo Romeo traffic. PA-28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor Quebec, taking off runway tree 6. Departure to the east.
Have a look down here, make sure everything is turned on. We don't need pitot heat, we don't need the fuel pumps. We are all goodly. Probably should have done this while we were setting up here, but we are climbing to 9,000 feet today. And with that, let's do a long as hell back taxi. Unfortunately, the end of runway tree 6 is right there, so we don't have enough room to just go out and take off. Runway tree 6 is identified. Check flaps. I don't think we need trim. This thing climbs like a beast as is. Let's just get going. Airspeed is live. $65. Rotate. Still not the cleanest rotation, and we just want to climb at a rate where we don't overspeed the flaps. Speaking of, we're already at about 200-300 feet. We will retract them.
PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec. Radar contact 2 miles northeast of Yankee November Bravo Romeo, 2100. QNH 1010.
Alright, so we will request IFR now. It's weird that you do it when you're up in the air. Pretty sure that's an American thing, right?
PA-28-236 Victor Hotel Golf Victor Quebec is cleared to Yankee Alpha Romeo Mike Airport as filed. Squawk 0263.
I already have my squawk code, you just gave it to me.
PA-28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor Quebec, cleared to Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike Airport is filed. Squawk 0263.
PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec, read back correct. Radar contact 3700. QNH 1010 turn right heading 090. Resume own navigation. climb and maintain 9,000.
So funny thing, they really should realize that they've already given me a squawk code. Even in ChatGPT, it may not see, it doesn't have a memory as such. It just reads back through your conversation to figure out what the context is. And I really think ASOBO would benefit from something like that. It doesn't need to have a memory, it just needs to read back through and be like, oh, I've already given them a squawk code. I've already given them this. I've already given them that. You know, it's a little weird. Right, we have a message over here. We have set course 081, roger. 081. Then I will turn on the autopilot here. Autopilot. Nav, that's heading. Turn on nav. And then we will also set the secondary to 081 as well. We are now on course and we have these beautiful mountain views. Hell yeah. That is wicked. And let me turn off pins. This time I will press the right button. Lots can be done when it comes to the ATC in this. It really just needs a better AI chat model. Being able to see what the context of your previous instructions were with certain frequencies. So like every time you change frequencies, you know, it kind of forgets some of the information because it wouldn't know it. You know, it'd technically be a new person. They wouldn't have to know it. Some people would have to know it. Like some work could definitely be done in this one here.
Above your assigned altitude. Descend and maintain flight. Level tree 0.
Oh yeah, we've got live traffic in the sim. Man, I wish we didn't clip into the glass here. Oh look, there's a Japanese airliner. Let me turn off the nameplates. You can still kind of see it out there in the sky. Hell yeah, that is so cool. I'm going to keep all the plates on for traffic because I actually want to see it. If you go into the outside view, there's Qantas 20.
Japan Air 51 Heavy. You are 2,000.
I wish you could actually see the models of the aircraft or even just like a silhouette. That would be so cool, but they're flying a Boeing 777 wide body. It looks like they're... Hang on, are they climbing? Are they descending? They're kind of just sitting around 370. This is a problem with some of the... They're getting closer to us, by the way. This is a problem with some of the AI traffic, is that it's like, yeah, we're going to give you an altitude, but we're not going to listen to it. Like, they are the ones that really need to be listening to it. They're only 20 nautical miles from us. They're going to fly pretty much right over us. You can even see the beacon flashing on the underside of the aircraft. That is cool. Sorry, it feels like I'm nerding out right now. The thing is, I don't really nerd out. By this stage here, surely you would see a silhouette against the sky. They're only like 10 nautical miles away. You should see the whole aircraft. There's no cloud. There we go. There it is. Japan Air 51. That is so wicked. Thing is, they're still flying flight level 370, so yeah, ASOBO, work on your stuff, please. They're probably going to complain at them again sometime real soon that they aren't keeping on 350, unless the altitude it's saying is wrong. Who knows? Oh, and there they go. Well, that was a fun distraction. Verb in chat is saying the render distance is awful. It really is. Like, and also the level of detail in the distance is also terrible. Like, you could be like a bay over from your aircraft. It's like aircraft, bay, and then standing in the next one, and your plane would already be LODing. Like, really bad. This game needs some work. Like, they need to give us the power to decide what we want, whether it's render distances, whether it's LODs, whatever. The thing is that they want the sim to perform well because they want people to think it does run well, and it does. You can see here that things are very, very smooth, but like, they should give us that power that if we want the game to run slightly worse, but we get all this additional detail, we get to see aircraft way further, we get to see you know, whatever, I think they should give us that power. Because, you know, Flight Sim doesn't need to be like 90, 120 frames or whatever, you know, like, or even 60 frames. You can get away with a good Flight Sim experience on like 45 FPS or less. In virtual reality, I run Flight Sim at 36 FPS because it's half the refresh rate of my panel in full resolution at that point. And it plays fine. It feels so good, it feels so smooth. You don't need 60 FPS for Flight Sim. So sacrificing some of that performance so that we can get more realistic visuals, like that plane just popping in out of nowhere and then popping out of existence. It got Thanos snap, you know, like we should be able to control that.
PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec Contact Center on 127.1. Good day.
Center, PA-28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor Quebec, 9000.
PA-28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor Quebec. Center, QNH 1012, radar contact. Continue. PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec. You can cancel IFR. Continue VFR to your destination.
We'll cancel IFR shortly, or as we're getting close to our descent. Speaking of the descent, we're starting in 11 minutes. The sun is just slightly starting to creep up over the clouds. You can see that the sun is making the clouds in front of us, or the fog in front of us, turn pink. It's really looking beautiful out here. Man, being a ferry pilot is so wicked. You get to fly all these different aircraft and then get all the views, and it's wicked. I love it. And now we have the sun rising up over the clouds. This is what we do the early morning flights for. This is what you do the late night flights for the views of the sun setting and rising, painting the entire globe in a golden honey color. It's just beautiful. Oh man. The best part of being a pilot right here. Even a virtual pilot. Alright, we're just beginning to plan our descent since we are at 3 minutes 30. I guess we would cancel IFR like pretty shortly and then just come down on the instruments. The flight time so far has been 47 minutes. We're only a couple of minutes behind what I think we should be. But if, oh my god, those clouds. Sorry, I'm getting totally distracted right now. Those clouds are incredible. So I'm just setting everything up here. We don't want alt, we want pitch. And we're wanting to descend at like 500 to 600 feet. I don't know if we can do that very well using this system. It doesn't actually show you your vertical speed. It does more like a pitch, and then you read your vertical speed over here instead. And I probably should think about swapping back over to the left tank. This thing really hasn't used much fuel. 500 feet now. We'll begin descending. We get these wicked views descending past the clouds.
Center, PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec. Would like to cancel IFR.
PA-28-236 Golf Victor Quebec. IFR flight plan is cancelled. Radar service terminated. Squawk 7000. Maintain VFR. Frequency change approved. Good day.
As you can see here, we can actually see Armadale Airfield here. The final approach course for Armadale is 227, so I will set that up now. 3987, and we have reached our altitude target, 6,100. I'm actually going to cheatily set the barometer here again, just make sure that we are at the correct altitude. We're going to set 227 for everything here. Let's start slowing down now so that we don't have quite so many issues on the way in. Let's take that little bit of extra time now to save ourselves some headache in a moment. All right, let's tune Armadale. We'll let them know where we are, what we're doing.
Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike traffic. PA 28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor, Quebec. 11 miles northeast, 6100. Inbound to land. Runway 23. Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike.
Okay, we can just barely see the runway in front of us. Enough to see that we have one white light now. So let's set this up. We know airport elevation roughly 3,000 feet. So we got 3,500 and we are going to descend just a little bit here. Right, we're going to check which of the fuel tanks is higher. Higher is left, so we're going to select left for landing. Really, I just want to use the instruments to get us past these clouds while still descending so that we don't come in too sharp. And of course, as we come in, we'll need full mixture. The runway says we are too high now. Push the nose down just a little bit more. Actually, that could be too red, no, it's definitely more white than red. See, that's another thing that I'd really like is the ability to change how bloomy the lights are, so that you can really see the information. We have a look at the runway here. We are too red, too white. We are looking good. Let's set flaps 1. Give it a little more throttle. We do actually need to give it full prop for landing. Going to disconnect the autopilot, my controls.
Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike traffic. PA 28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor, Quebec is on final. Runway 23. To land. Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike.
Are we even flaps 1 at this point? Yes, we are full flap now. And of course now I'm too low because I was too worried about that. So good, we can make up for this. Hopefully. Cruise at this altitude, pull out the power and just kind of float down. I actually see my aiming point that I want right now. Not bad at all. I have to give the landing itself some points there. I was really happy with that. I'm not happy with the centerline control, but the landing itself, I'll give like a 7. Centerline control needs some work, and we need to figure out how to do all the flappy stuff and try and reduce the speed a bit more. But I'm pretty sure it does say somewhere that we do need to have the propeller full for landing. And I believe that is in case you need to go around. But welcome to Armadale.
Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike traffic. PA 28-236 Victor, Hotel Golf Victor, Quebec is taxiing to parking. Yankee Alpha, Romeo Mike.
Hopefully the client appreciates getting up so early and doing the flight with their bird, just so they could do some early morning flying here out of Armadale. The whole approach there was doing okay. I feel like we need to learn to stay on the glide path a little better. The speed was a little all over the place. I tried to keep the speed managed so that we could keep too red, too white. Obviously that didn't happen. At some stage we were too fast. Too fast. So we were keeping the lift, which got us off the glide path, and at some stages we were going too slow, which dropped us below it. Luckily I did realize that that was happening and kind of how to mitigate it. So I mean, it's still not the best approach, but it was a smooth landing, which I am very, very thankful for. I'd give that landing a 7. I'd give the approach something a little less. It was average at best, so maybe like a 4. Like, I'm pretty hard on myself when it comes to those sorts of things because I know that I can do better. But let me know down in the comment section if you think I can drop out some of the prop while I am on my way inbound. All right, we'll turn off the landing lights now, which are also technically the taxi lights, I guess.
Welcome to Armadale. Hope this trip was a walk in park. Anyway, I appreciate your professionalism. My PA 28-236 Dakotas, finally here, and I thank you for that.
Get some fuel in it and go and enjoy your ride, sir. Oh my lord, we did the thing. We got 100% landing smoothness. Wow, it's about time. Like I said, the approach was bad, but that landing was like good. And I gave it like 70%. And then we also got 95% respect the condition of the aircraft. So we got a very high S rank. Back here, the mission payout was 7,000 credits. With a reputation bonus of 940 credits, no skip bonus of 4,130, and bad weather bonus 1,320. I assume that was because of the clouds on our approach in. As for reputation, we gained a large reputation update. I've been flying off camera and almost lost the S rank, so I'm glad to see a little bit of leeway up there again. On top of that, we also level up from 55 to 56. And with that, that is going to be the end of today's episode. I hope you really enjoyed that one, and let me know what you thought of that landing and the approach down in the comment section. While you're there, be sure to hit the like and subscribe button, as well as turning on all notifications. I hope you do take care of yourself. There is only one of you, and if you want more Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 career mode in your life, be sure to check out the video on your screen where I did the check ride for private charter flying out of Bora Bora. Thanks very much. I hope you take care of yourselves. I will see you in the next one. Ciao.